their last home game of the season. It's tough. I'm not defensive about it.
Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another match reaction video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here, all of that good stuff, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. And Chelsea have moved back into the top four with a 1-0 win against Leicester. But before we dive into the video, guys, make sure you check out Jersey's FC Soccer Shop. Link is in the description. Use code BLUEBROTHER for 20% off your Chelsea kits and free shipping. You can get names, numbers, patches, whatever you want on the back. Use code BLUEBROTHER, 20% off and free shipping. Link is in the description, guys. And as I said, we're back into the top four. 1-0 win against Leicester. Truth be told, there wasn't an awful lot to say about that game. It was a tough watch at times. It wasn't particularly pleasing on the eye. We didn't create an awful lot of opportunities. Marc Cucurella popping up with his fourth goal of the season, arguably with a shout of being Chelsea's player of the year. At this point, Cole Palmer missing a penalty as well. The first time he's missed a penalty in his Chelsea career and in his senior football career in general. And look, I can understand people's frustrations. You know, the performance wasn't good. Oh, you know, it feels like we felt like we're clinging on at the end a little bit, time wasting in the corner against a team that's lost 12 of their last 13 matches now, 11 of the last 12 before this game. I can understand that sense of frustration. But what I would say is, guys, that was a massive, massive 3 points. Leicester sat deep, 5-man defence, low block. They literally offered nothing going forward. They had no interest in attacking throughout whatsoever. And we managed to breach that low block, and we managed to keep a clean sheet as well. Back-to-back clean sheets. That must be the first time this season that we've done that. And these are the sort of games that we have massively, massively struggled with. Massively, massively struggled with. And people can say it was atrocious. And look, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best spectacle. Absolutely not. But do you remember last season, guys? Around this sort of similar time, March, April, pretty sure we drew against Burnley and Sheffield United 2-2 in both games. You know, don't underestimate the 3 points today, people. I'm under no illusions that this was not a good performance. I'm under no illusions that it wasn't a particularly enjoyable watch. I'm under no illusions that, you know, people don't like the style of play. But you can put up with a style of play when you win. That's why I find it very difficult to be massively overly critical when you've picked up the 3 points and you've won a game of football. Yes, there's things we need to work on, but look at the context from last season as well when we are drawing to Sheffield United and your Burnleys at this time of the season. Do not underestimate how important this 3 points is. But look, we have to be honest. Let's take it back to the start, guys. Obviously, starting lineup, Reece James missing out. He wasn't in the squad at all. He was left out completely. Apparently, he was ill. So let's wait and see whether he plays Thursday night and next weekend against Arsenal. We had Robert Sanchez back in goal, which is a really strange one. I'm not quite understanding why that was the case. Enzo and Caicedo started. Fofana was back in at right back. And we had Nkunku, Palmer, Neto, and Jadon Sancho in the attack. Just on Robert Sanchez in goal, the only thing I can think of, right, and I hope it's this, is that he was doing something similar to what he did with Jorgensen earlier in the season, where he brought Jorgensen in for games against Southampton, games against Ipswich, when he wasn't the number one. Maybe he's giving Sanchez pity minutes against relegation candidates and Jorgensen will be back in. I hope that's the case, but my big fear is that he's put Sanchez back in, and Sanchez won't play on Thursday night, and he's suddenly back being the number one. Maresca's repeatedly said that he doesn't want to be changing the goalkeepers. So then why do you keep changing the goalkeeper? What he's saying is not adding up with what's going on. I'm starting to wonder whether there's some interference from above Ben Roberts' political situation at the club in regards to this goalkeeping situation. But it was very strange to see Sanchez back in there, and him and Tosin almost cost us a goal. Sanchez coming for the cross, misses it. Tosin header hits the bar, almost an own goal. Complete lack of communication. But other than that, he actually had very, very little to do. He made a save from Jamie Vardy in that second half. But other than that, he had nothing to do. But I really hope that he's not suddenly back in at number one, because that would be absolutely ridiculous. It would be ridiculous. in terms of that first half in general, I suppose we should have had a penalty early doors when Palmer was fouled. I don't know why we didn't get it. Well, I do know why we didn't get it, apparently because it was minimal contact. So since when was fouling someone in the box, making no attempt to play the ball, not a penalty? I've got absolutely no idea. We do get the penalty. Jadon Sancho fouled in the box. Cole Palmer steps up and you're thinking, right, this is it now. You just get the monkey off the back, get your goal, and then let's see the confidence flowing from there. I did say to the guy sat behind me, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if he misses this given his current form and given how low his confidence is. And look, it's not a bad penalty. It's a very good save from Hermansen in the Leicester goal, but it kind of sums up where Palmer's luck is right now. We know his confidence is down. But Maresca said afterwards, after the game, that actually he'd been ill, overnight. He didn't train for the past 48 hours. And so, yeah, fair play to him for wanting to play and fair play to him for giving his best and trying his all. But that first half in general, there was very, very little to shout home about. Very, very little to shout home about. I thought it was absolutely atrocious, really. It was an awful half of football. Players that love confidence. We looked out of ideas. What we're doing didn't really seem to be working. And it was difficult. But second half, we come out. We are a little bit better, to be perfectly honest. We are a little bit better. By no means amazing, okay? But we were slightly improved. And Cucurella pops up with his fourth Premier League goal of the season. As I said, it's a really good finish and it's a crucial goal. We desperately needed that, And Cucurella, by the way, he's seriously a strong contender for Player of the Year, as I said earlier. He's been so consistent. He's played so many different roles. He's added goals to his game. Brilliant finish today. The fans love him. He's a top player. And he is bailing us out. He bailed us out today. And, Enzo Fernandez was brilliant as well. Really pleased with his performance. He can find a pass out of nothing. He brings the team forward. He's always making those runs. He's getting forward. He's working really hard off the ball. He's been scoring important goals. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from Enzo. He's really stepping into that leadership role. He's got the passion. It really matters to him. You can tell that he cares. He's playing for the badge. He loves this football club. And if we could get everyone else with just a little bit of the passion that he's got, that would go a long way. But I thought he was also very, very good today. Moises Caicedo not getting booked was great as well. I thought he was impressive in the middle of the park. And then, those were the four standouts, really. Caicedo, Fernandez, Cucurella. 3 standouts. But look, there's not an awful lot to say about it. You take the points and you move on. That's the reality of the situation. People talk about, I want to be entertained, I don't like this style of football, this and that or whatever. As long as you're winning, you can put up with it. I fully understand that, this style of football, if you're not winning and you're not doing well, it's some of the worst football to watch. But at the end of the day, we did win. And that's what it's about. We've played much better than that this season and not picked up results. We'll play much better than that in our remaining games and not get 3 points. Football at the end of the day is about winning. If you can do it with style as well, that's great. And that's obviously the ideal outcome and the ideal scenario. But generally speaking, I'm taking 3 points over performances every single day of the week. And anyone that says otherwise is completely off their head. Completely off their head. Yes, we want to play better. Yes, it was a difficult watch, but guys, come on. We're back in the top 4. We're winning, and we can't be too pissed off that we've won a game of football. We want to play better. Of course, we want to play better. Of course, I want to see better. But first and foremost, I want to see my team win, and that's what we did today. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens going forward for the remainder of the games. Big game against Copenhagen Thursday. Massive game against Arsenal in the following weekend. But look, this team does need to improve. We can't really afford to play like that for the remainder of the season and expect to pick up too many results. But ultimately, you've got to win in different ways. And if we can play badly and win, that's a really important trait and something that has absolutely been missing from this team. Generally, when we've played badly this season, we've not really picked up results. So that was definitely a positive today. You can point at the level of opposition, fine, whatever. But these are games that we would have struggled in last season 100%. So to be back in the top four, to have back-to-back clean sheets in the Premier League, 3 wins in a row in all competitions, we are slowly building a little bit of momentum heading into this Arsenal game and obviously heading into the second leg against Copenhagen. But yeah, guys, that's just my thoughts on the game. Not a great spectacle, but it is what it is. Chelsea back in the top 4, another 3 points. Let's move on to another big week next week. Up the Chelsea. Leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. Smash the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you again in another one soon. And we're out. Peace.